Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut, and welcome back to the Baseball Hut. Hopefully you like this video and hit that subscribe button. So the Mets won last night, 5-4. I stayed up late, but it's just too late. It's just too damn late. It's just too late in the evening and at night to do a live stream. But I wanted to get this video out there, talking to you about my thoughts on the game. Griffin Canning has pitched very well. I mean, that's one thing we know. He's won 5 games in a row. I don't think we had that on the bingo card this early in the season. Now, I did say that the Mets were very high on him when they signed him, that they thought that they could really turn his career around. And they've emphasized certain pitches and they've de-emphasized other pitches. And the pitching lab has done a great job with him. He had all his pitches working, and now he's won 5 in a row. He's looked really good, and we'll see where he finishes. You know, see what kind of team, what kind of result we'll get at the end of the season. God willing, keep him healthy. Speaking of which, the Mets don't have Jesse Winker. He's out 6 to 8 weeks. AJ Young gone for the season, and of course, Danny Young gone for the season as well. Major lat and elbow surgery, respectfully, for those two. So we don't have that. Brett Beatty's back, as you know. And, of course, this is a situation where now we have some flux with the roster. It's just on the fringes at the moment. Now, the Mets gave up a home run in the first inning. Canning gave up a home run in the first inning to Corbin Carroll, who's a very good player on a leadoff home run. But then the Mets went to work. The Polar Bear, Pete Alonso, hit a 2-run home run in the 4th inning against Nelson. Just absolutely, positively crushed that ball. Absolutely crushed that ball. I don't think it's come down yet. And I think he's, 18 home runs away from, 19 home runs away, or whatever it is, from tying Darryl Strawberry, which is great. Glad he came back. He's having a huge monster beginning to this season. Hopefully he finished up very strongly. But we're only a month into the season. We haven't reached the 40-game mark, which will be reaching pretty soon, which is the first barometer, and then the next barometer is Memorial Day, then the 4th of July. Juan Soto had a very interesting night. He worked the count pretty good in his first 2 bats, scored the first run of the game for the Mets, had a screaming line drive double in the 7th inning. He's just hitting the ball way too much on the ground. That's his biggest problem. And then obviously the big offensive display was by Francisco Lindor, down 1-2 in the count, hit a 3-run home run, and really put the game out of reach for the Mets. But it got a little hairy. Got very, very hairy in the 8th inning when the Mets brought it. Now, they brought in Brazelbaum, who pitched really well. He's pitched great. That's an example of the Mets' pitching lab success, because Brazelbaum, up until this point, has been sort of a guy, he's 35 years old. If you're going to be 35 years old, you're pitching this well, and the best in your career. It says a lot about what the Mets are doing with their pitching, and he pitched really well last night. Settled the game down for those middle innings, and then the 7th inning, the 8th inning, excuse me, they brought in Daniel Nunez, which looking back on, maybe they should bring him in less leveraged games. I know they were up by 4 runs, but maybe bring him more in the middle of the game for now to ease him in. But Mendy threw him right in the water, and he drowned. Yeah, he couldn't put away the 3 hitters he went up against. And now he's got an ERA of infinity because Reed Garrett came in. He had to sort of bail him out. Every batter he walked scored. Every batter he walked scored. And Garrett was able to, sort of sneak out of Dodge or Arizona with the final 3 outs in the 8th inning. He had 2 strikeouts and a pop-up to Francisco Alvarez behind the plate. And then they went to Diaz in the 9th, and he put the first runner on base. Guy got a hit, and then an unbelievable throw by Francisco Alvarez, threw the runner out. Got to give a lot of kudos to Francisco Lindor. He made an awesome tag on the base runner in that spot, and I don't know how he did it, but I don't know if he hit him on the left leg or got him in the back leg. But boy, it was quite the display, quite a play. That really won the game for the Mets. Lindor is just a great player, and I'm so happy I don't have to sort of critique him anymore. But he's a joy to watch. He really is. And you can see now he's finally enjoying himself now. The sort of hooping and hollering he was doing in that ninth inning when he made that play. He does more hooping and hollering than he did when he hit the grand slam last year against the Phillies. He was more happy for that defensive play, and you see now he's enjoying himself, which is nice to see. Because it's been a little rough here over the last the first few years here in terms of his joy. That's good to see, and he had a great game last night, and it was a very good game for the Mets. Like I said, Nunez, they got to ease him in. I know he threw him in the deep end of the water. He now has an ERA of infinity. Now, if he gets one out, it's 81.00 ERA, and then it goes down from there. But you let me know what you think about this video, and of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut, and I'll see you later.